Hello everyone and welcome. So in this video I'm going to show you how to create some simple procedural grapes in Houdini. Starting with a line and resampling it by density set to ramp so I can have the initial stems or branches more concentrated towards the top. Adding a point jitter, and that's our base. You may want to define the p-scale for the sweep and group it, but that's about it. Now for the first set of branches I am copying a distorted line to the points of our stem, using a curve to set the start and end, and I am also reducing the p-scale along the curve using an attribute adjust float. Then for the orientation, I am using the quaternion output from the oriental along curve, and then in a wrangle I am multiplying it with a new orientation. Basically, what I want to do here is to set each branch 90 degrees apart along the stem, and also add some variance in degrees. Big thanks to Swalsh for suggesting this approach. Okay, adding some small branches, again using the same vex wrangle as above. Now for the smaller ones we will use another approach using instead the sample direction cone function. You define a max angle and a random vector2 value, and we will sample the normal direction, creating the cone effect you can see in this example. In the random U values I am fitting it between a min and max value so I don't get angles pointing straight up to the normal. Okay, we need to create the grapes. For that I am using a remeshed sphere and making sure I save the pinpoint for the volume sim. And just copying it to the endpoints of the smaller branches. As you can see I have a very small scale, so they don't initially intersect, and I'm animating the p-scale over the first few frames so I can solve the intersections with volume. For the seam, a vellum cloth with a very high stiffness, and in the solver using the vellum rust blend to update at each substep. And when we run the seam we avoid the undesirable intersections. So yeah, that's about it. Check out the scene file on my Patreon and don't hesitate on asking questions or making a suggestion below. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.